Shit, I look feet. I've seen better days. How are we all? Are we good? What you been up to? Can we also talk about how crazy the world is right now? Like, I actually CBA. Like, do you know what I find actually also weird? The fact that I find makeup really therapeutic and actually enjoy doing it on myself, and it's kind of a fun time, but I don't do it a lot on here though. I don't know why. Whilst I do that, I want to talk about a subject which not a lot of people talk about. Hearsay here and there. I feel like I have the right to because I am one. An influencer. Oh, that word. The reality of being one though. The good, the bad, the ugly. I want to cover it all. Doing what I do, I get a lot of messages from a lot of people saying that they want to do this. Oh my god, you've got the dream job. Oh my god. I love this job, but I'm probably going to open up your eyes a little bit more in this video. So while I do my makeup, let's talk about the reality of being an influencer. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Let's go. Brows are on, by the way. Literally how I always do them. They've got to be glue. Don't judge mine when it's beat. All the heads are stuck down, and then I carve it out with concealer. Then I go in with this bad boy, which is the Benefit Brow Microfilling Pen in medium brown. One of the best things I've ever used on my eyebrows. This Benefit team, whoever did this, pay rise please. It is time to zen out, ladies and gents. Okay, we're gonna cut to a little bit of an ad break. I promise it'll be worth it. If you're into skincare, you will absolutely love this brand as much as me. Let's talk about who I'm collabing with for the skincare portion of this video. So, Function of Beauty, I'm sure you're familiar with this brand, but probably not for skincare. Personalized hair care is what they're all about, and they've just gone into personalized skincare. I died. I'm gonna hold my hands up and say I'm no skincare expert, right? If it works for me, wicked. I'm gonna share it with you. If I like a product, I'll talk about it. Function of Beauty allows you to take a skin quiz, which basically will help them to identify your skin needs. I don't know, you might have really dry skin that needs a lot of like moisture. You might suffer with breakouts, so need something that's gonna help detoxify. Not only that, but you can actually choose the formula of your product, whether you want it to be a gel, more of like a cream. Really easy to fill out, and once you've done it, you're gonna have personalized skincare products that will work for your skin's needs. Love it. I think I've got mine for like oily skin and also like breakouts. Anything to help texture, smooth out my pores, that's what I've gone for, and these are my free products. We've got a cleanser, moisturizer, and serum. One thing I want to mention as well, they are vegan, cruelty-free. I think they're free of like all the shit like sulfates, parabens that you don't need in your skincare. You can even personalize like your name on the front of the package. Stop it. Can I just say as well, the packaging is beaut. Like, I think it's wicked. This is my cleanser. I went for a micellar gel. I really like gel products. I think my skin just like drinks it. Lightweight, but they do the job really well. Real nice. Gets sort of like build up of makeup. Deep cleanses without drying, because that's kind of what I went for. The moisturizer, this is one of my absolute favorites. I don't give a shit what your skin type is, okay? You need to moisturize. The smell, incredible. You can choose, I think you choose no scent. I went for scent because I'm huge on scent. And it smells like cucumber, like eucalyptus, really fresh, basically. One of my favorite products to apply with my skin, and one thing I find as well is a little bit goes a long way, so you feel like you really get your money's worth. Look at that, how crazy. Like, my skin looks so yummy right now. I'm gassed. It looks hydrated, it feels good. The last product in the 3-step system is the serum, which this, actually, I tend to use this more at night, to be fair. Having said that, it definitely is one of those products that you could use during the day because it is not really like greasy. If anything, it actually leaves like tackiness on your skin, which is great under makeup. Push down, get that product. You can see the pipette actually works. Please tell me you've had it where products will have a pipette and it doesn't work. Like, why? Why? It's just not necessary, is it? Bitch. If I'm not hydrated now. My favorite thing, to be fair, is that it's a 3-step system. It's easy, but it does the job. And I enjoy the process. And because me and Function of Beauty have decided to like pair up for this video, and we do actually have a little code situation going on, of course, you guys know, if I can save you some coins, I will. Use my code for 20% off any product or bundle, and you can also get a free like cute headband with it as well. So I mean, free gift, hello. We are prepped, we are ready to go. Let's get back to the video, do some makeup, and answer some juicy cute. Now, let me tell you, you are not tripping. Maybe you are, I don't know what you get up to, but this foundation sounds like everything I probably wouldn't use. It's not what it sounds like. It's weird. I've been really into the Decay Stay Naked Hydromaniac Tinted Glow Hydrator. This is in number 50, medium. Give it a shake. I heard tinted and I was like, well, we don't do that here. This has way better coverage than it like makes out, and it's thicker as well than I thought. I was waiting for some sort of like tinted moisturizer, but it's not. It does actually have substance. I am though just gonna add a little bit of the Nars Soft Matte Complete Foundation in Fiji. Fucking love this stuff. I think Nars absolutely killed it with this. The Natural Radiant Longwear I absolutely love, but this just like takes the cake. Oh, I love it. I love it. First question, is it truly as glamorous as it seems? I mean, to be fair, we probably all know the answer to that. No. No. Everything that you see on social media is like basically filtered in some way. And I ain't just talking about like an Instagram picture, I mean people. Nothing is perfect, and I don't know why people who do social media, like influencers, are seen to be that or live this perfect lifestyle. They're humans at the end of the day, like just like you watching this. Like that aura is almost given off from a 10-minute video or one Instagram picture. I don't know. I would not call this lifestyle glamorous. I would say it's very... It can be the best thing, but it can also be the worst thing. Don't be fooled by social media and the people on it. They're good at making stuff look good. It's what they do. It's what we do. Don't be idolized by things that aren't real. And I'm not saying that everything's fake, because it's not. It can be a great word, like I said, good and bad. Yeah, you get to do really cool shit, and that's one of my favorite things about the job, is the opportunities that you get and the paths that you get to go down. But the lifestyle and the way it can be perceived online, no, fucking hell, it ain't real. They're good moments and they're highlights, but they ain't the majority of the time. And I think that is important to know. Don't let that mask absolutely everything and give you the idea that this job is perfect. Nothing is perfect, because perfect don't exist. Concealer, by the way, I'm using the e.l.f. 16-hour camo concealer in light beige. This question, man, it gives me the feels a little bit. Do you feel like you're constantly trying to not get cancelled? Shit. Here's the thing. I think the longer I've been on social media, the less chill it's got. I have to be honest. Do I feel like I'm filtering myself a little bit more? Absolutely. Does that mean I'm being fake? No. Two very different things. People on the internet these days get very easily offended, and I feel like, I'm gonna be honest, it feels like sometimes it gets to a point where you could donate to a charity and do something good, and people will still have something negative to say about it and be like, well, why didn't you donate to this charity then as well? You know what I mean? It's kind of like, you almost feel defeated sometimes, like you can't do good from bad. I wouldn't say it's trying to not get cancelled, because I feel like then that's kind of, I don't know, what am I trying to say? The internet can be wild, right? And like I said, people can get easily offended by anything that you do. And I think as long as just like I'm chilling, I'm being me, I'm doing what I do, that's cool with me, man, because I know my true intentions, I know me as a person, and I know that what a stranger is saying about me on the internet isn't me. It doesn't reflect on me. I don't try to like not get cancelled, because I know like I'm not a shitty person at the end of the day. Like that's it. You naturally though, just because you see situations for yourself, you do tend to watch your mouth a little more. Doing this whole internet thing, man, people will try to see you fail. People freaking get off from that shit, man. Like seeing you feel shit. Fucking weird. I think as long as you know you've got a good heart and you know where your true intentions are, then no matter what anybody thinks about you, or if people are trying to cancel you and dig to try to find something that actually doesn't exist, but they will try, people will try you. That's all that matters. You know, we spend so much time focusing on negatives over positives, because as human beings, it's in our nature to try and get people to like us. The thought of people not like vibing with my energy or liking me used to really upset me. I would try so hard, I would lick the fucking shit off of people's shoes to try and make everybody like me, but that's not realistic, man. Think about how many people are on this earth. Like, if I spent all my time trying to please people, like, well, it's impossible to be honest, but that energy I'm using on that, I could use to focus on me. The thing is, right, the whole cancel culture thing is not my vibe. I'm just not into it at all. I see it from this side of the camera, where I think it is intimidating though when you do see like the influencers, especially in the genre that I do on YouTube, kind of just getting reeled off. It is intimidating, I won't lie. Sometimes you feel like I could drop this makeup brush and I feel like I'd get done for. You got to trust yourself, and you can't worry about something that's out of your control. You've just got to be the best version of yourself. And I make mistakes, I'm still growing, I'm still learning, and I'm willing to do that. Just because I come online and I like influence people doesn't mean it's always going to be in the best way. You're on my path with me. We can like learn this shit together. Do you know what I mean? I'm not here to be perfect. I'm here to send a message. I'm here to be that friend. I'm here to paint my face, entertain. I'm here in the moment, carrying on doing what I'm doing. And of course, I don't want to get cancelled. Just don't be a shit person. Then what can they cancel you for? You can't be on this platform though worried about that. You gotta have confidence, you just gotta rock it. own your shit. Cream contour, you probably guessed it, the Primark foundation contour stick in Chai. Do you find it lonely that you basically work from home and by yourself? 1,000,000%. Actually, probably one of the biggest struggles that I do have, particularly when moments are a bit harder, with like negativity and stuff, and I'll get onto that in a bit, but so easy to feel like you have literally nobody to talk to. Like, I do, but I don't. It's so weird. It's such a weird mind frame that this job can make you feel like. I don't have physical beings with me. Like, I sit and I'm chilling and I'm doing this by myself. Like, yeah, Jake's in the house, but I sit and I film and I edit and I just do stuff it's very secluded. It is a lonely job, and I think you've got to have a certain type of character to be able to accept that and be okay with that. Yes, you can make friends and you can have teams and there's ways around it, but how I do it, I'm a one-man band over here, I'm a one-man show, apart from like my manager and stuff, but like it's just, I produce everything, I do it all myself, and it is shit sometimes. It is, I'm gonna be honest, it is. The longer you do it, the easier it is. It's a weird situation, I wouldn't change it for the world, but it is, it's made me way more introvert. It's not all bad though. I mean, you could definitely use that energy into a positive, in the sense of it makes you more work focused, more business savvy, because you're by yourself and you like mentally you can sit down and really focus. You know, the craziest thing as well, I get so many beautiful messages from so many beautiful people who are so supportive. You guys are amazing. All this attention, but you feel you're loneliest. Gotta keep it real. If you're somebody that loves other people's companies and that's where you're at your best, you'll really struggle in something like this because it's very independent. I don't want to make this sad or deep, but I think about it. I'm literally sat in an empty room by myself right now. And when I stop talking, it's dead quiet. Like, the reality behind the camera is very different to what you guys see. You guys are seeing a really cut, edited, probably more energetic version of what I'm seeing right now. Right now, yeah, I'm talking to you guys and it genuinely does feel like that, but at the same time I'm like, Jordan, you're talking to a camera. I'm used to it now. I've kind of adapted. You adapt a lot with this job. Got to adapt with social media, otherwise you won't survive in this ball game, let me tell you. Lonely, yes, but not always in the worst way. I'm okay with it now. How much does your management actually do? This is the Makeup Revolution banana scented powder, by the way. Another one that says, how does management work? I think that side of it, obviously you guys don't see that. That's like the off-camera stuff. Not every management situation though is the same. Like, I can obviously speak on mine, but some people are like independent managers and only manage like a couple of people. Some, like my manager, for example, she's part of like a management company. There's several managers in this management company and she's my manager and she manages like 6-7 other people, I think. Basically, in a nutshell, she finds work for me. Like, she gets me the jobs. Now, here's the thing. She has like a long list of contacts and brands and stuff already that she has good relationships with. She's got the plugs, right? She'll use them plugs to get me jobs. Now, whether that's brands come to her and say, we've got this job, who do you recommend? Or brands come to her and specifically ask for you. Or you can completely U-turn that whole situation and I might really, really want to work with a brand and she'll reach out to them. She also deals with like all of my emails, all of my communications between brands. She's like the middleman. She kind of just like takes the pressure and eases it off in that respect. She does all the negotiating as well. So all the money talks, so I don't even have to do that. So I can focus more on creating. Management isn't for everybody. I know people that have had management companies and they absolutely hate it and they thought, you know what, I'm going to do it myself. I like to be in control in that respect, but I can be as in control as I really want to be fair. Like, all I have to do is literally have a conversation with her and bam, like, I'm in there more frequently, more regularly. I'm talking more to people, and I do sometimes like to get my hands like dirty and do it myself because I like to build relationships with brands myself. At the end of the day, they want to work with me, so it's kind of like, let me work with you, like, literally. But it is nice to have a manager to relieve some of that pressure so I don't feel so hectic. It's so easy with this job to feel so hectic because there's a gazillion brands that want to do a gazillion things and everybody works differently, and it's like, it's a whole process. Although managements, of course, do want to take a percentage for doing that work for you. It's almost like I'm not paying her directly, I'm paying the management company because she's not a singular manager, but like, you almost pay someone to do that for you. Obviously, nothing in life comes free, you guys. You've got to work for it. Real quick, I'm just going to take my Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Soft Matte Powder Foundation in 235. Just to like dust everything off and give it like a final bit of kind of colour. Can I also just make it clear though as well, when it comes to management companies, they don't control you. They don't tell you what to do. They don't tell you what to post. They don't tell you what to say. Just help you out. they do the handshake for you, basically. I feel like a lot of people just don't quite grasp that concept and don't feel like us influencers have freedom. We do. I don't have buttons, babe. My back. Do you know what I mean? Like, we just tell me what to say. I do it all myself. Let's do some bronzer. I'm going to use my Milani baked bronzer in Soleil, but I might dip into the H&B Cosmetics bronzer. This is in 02 Light Warm. It's like a beautiful like matte powder. I'm going to go in with the Milani first. How do you actually get paid? Is it weekly, monthly? So YouTube will pay you monthly. I say that, but sometimes it's a bit iffy. So there's like a rough date, but to be honest, it never really meets that date. You just kind of get paid on average once a month. YouTube is like ad revenue, views, that type of thing. Couldn't sit here and be like, this is exactly the date I get paid, and this is exactly how much I'm going to get. It really varies. But brands, on the other hand, that is very sporadic. It really depends on the brand's contract, although some brands can be fucking snakes. Okay? They give you a contract, but they don't even stick to it themselves. I know some people that haven't even got paid from jobs they've done months ago and probably will never get paid. You are a brand. Have your shit together. It is not hard. Some brands will pay you a week after you've done the content. Some brands will pay you a month. Some brands will pay you 90 days. There's a good thing about having a management company as well, like because it's a bit more professional. Some people see it as, like some brands see it as, they're almost a little bit intimidated by it, so they keep up with it. You get paid by affiliate links. There's other little, obviously, ways and stuff you can do it. My management deals with my like payments though. So like I literally see like an invoice. I keep track myself, but I get like an invoice of what I've just been paid and what I'm still yet to be paid. So it kind of keeps track in that respect. Nothing is ever 100% secure, and things can be well sporadic. Nothing is ever properly on time, to be fair. So you've definitely got to be comfortable with this job. If you're trying to be an influencer and then maybe hopefully one day you want to do it full time, you don't know when that time will be patient, be smart with it, don't impulse, check those figures, give it time, you know, give it a few months, see what's going on, see a regular pattern, make sure you've got some brand work coming in, make sure you've got some good relationships with people, some trust yourself that you can keep on top of it and that you believe in yourself. You've really got to believe in yourself. The more you upload, the more that you do, realistically, the more money you're going to earn. This job, I say it before and I say it again, you've got to be passionate about it to keep up with it. I am telling you, people will fight you. That's the reality of the situation. So you've got to trust yourself that you've got the strength to get through it. And anybody has that strength. You've just got to find it in yourself. The more you do it, the more you definitely find that. But you know what? Figure-wise, listen to this, okay? Just to give you some insight, I guess. So if I go on my like little YouTube app that I've got, it tells me my estimated revenue for the last 28 days. Now, apparently, this is in dollars, by the way, so it's a bit less. There's apparently £10,873.62 waiting for me for the month. I don't see that from YouTube, I'm going to be honest. By the time, to be fair, it goes into pounds and my management take a cut, it is less than that. But like, I've been doing YouTube for 5 years, probably full time for the past like 3.5, and I still am not completely 100% sure. Like, I'm filming this video and I don't quite know what to say to you guys. Like, the way your money streams in, the income stream is very sporadic. Certain times of the year as well with YouTube can really affect it. I always find at the end of the year, like September, October, November, December, they're like my worst years. Months. Oh my god. I don't know, it's funny how the whole thing works. That's why people say, oh my god, aren't you scared it's gonna end one day? I'm like, I can't view it like that. While I've got it, I'm a rocket. As viewers, we see only the perks. What is the worst part of your job? L'Oreal Life's a Peach, by the way, for blush. The worst part, I mean, it's probably kind of obvious, right, is the hate. I say more the judgment from strangers. It's a very weird concept to me. I can't imagine sitting on the internet like away to a stranger and having that much of a strong opinion that I need to voice it. Don't you have anything better to do? I don't know, man. Like, go feed your dog or something. Do you know what I mean? Oh, and also this gets me. This gets me, okay? I mean, you know, you can say you're getting a bit of hate and judgment and people's opinions are very strong and, you know, it's a little bit back up. You know what I mean? When someone says the arrogant comment of, well, you chose to do this. You chose to put yourself on the internet. So the judgment and the negativity, you should expect it. It comes with the territory. Really? Should it though? Don't you think it's a bit sad that that's what we should expect? I'm sorry, last time I checked, I actually come on the internet to be a distraction for people, to maybe teach and help people to learn, to do something, entertain. And you guys come on a life journey with me. Like, I'm not I didn't come on here to get abuse. Damn. Grinds my gears, okay? It does, because I just think it's a really arrogant and narrow-minded way to think, and I think it's very easy to have that opinion when you're not in the shoes of me, but if the roles were reversed, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't be saying that. Here's the thing, have an opinion. Opinions are like assholes, we all have one. I'll take criticism, I'm happy to do that all day long, right? I've been doing this for 5 years. I've got tough skin. Don't be a shitty human being though. It's not hard. It's really not. Like, your opinion, is it really that strong that you need to neglect being a decent human being for? It ain't worth it. The only time I find it really hard to bite my tongue though is when they have a really strong opinion on something and they think they know the entire situation, when really I've put out a 15-minute video and they've seen probably 0.1% of my life. You don't know the full story, so don't pretend that you do. Your opinion is not valid enough. It's not. I'll sit and I'll listen, and with negative comments there's a real big balance. There's some that I really take in and I consider, and I'll better myself, and I'll take into consideration into my life. But there are others that are just downright ridiculous. It's hard sometimes, guys. Like, I do really struggle sometimes, and I do have to have moments where I sit back and I'm like, you've got this, Jords. Like, I have to talk to myself and like motivate myself again, because especially when there's an influx, that becomes really difficult. You almost get yourself in a state where you feel like the world hates you, and then you just have to step back and analyze the situation and just think, you know what, Jordan, know your heart. Why did you start this? Remember that? Keep going. For me as well, one of the hardest things to see is when I'm scrolling through any social media platform, whether it's Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and I see other people getting ridiculous comments that are so unnecessary. That infuriates me too. I know how a comment like that can make somebody feel. You don't know somebody's headspace, right? That comment can genuinely affect their life. Like, in fact, they could not want to be here anymore because you left a stupid comment. Like, that comment that you easily left by typing a few words and clicking send could end somebody's life. Like, really think about that. Why do you want to be that person? I'm empathetic, man. I feel other people's emotions, and that stresses me out. I hate seeing other people get it. It's awful. Like, makes me so uncomfortable and on edge. Being an influencer, negative comments are one of the hardest things to deal with. You learn, you adapt. As crazy as that sounds. How crazy does it sound? Like, those words leaving my mouth is mental. The fact that, like, you get used to hate, that you learn, you adapt to that lifestyle of people saying shit. It's mental. It's sad, man. It is. And do you know what the hardest part is as well? It's really unnecessary. People don't have to be like that. They choose to be. Everybody can be nice. It's whether you choose to use it or not. Real quick, I'm actually going to go in with the Dole Beauty Pretty Fly blush. This is in Viva La Vacay. Beautiful. It's got like a bit of shimmer to it. Which is actually one of my favourite types of blushes. So I'm just going to pop this over the top. I know I've got a lot of blush on, but don't be mad. You see that? It's got like a glow to it. That is beautiful. Okay, highlighter, the Wet n Wild Megaglow highlighting powder. This is in Blossom Glow. This is the more pinky toned one. I just want a little something going on. How to grow and become an influencer. Is it difficult? Another one, what is the secret behind getting a following? I wish I could sit here and give you guys the magic deets. Really wish I could just like pull up a list of everything that you do to be successful in this world. There isn't one, it doesn't exist. I won't lie, it's definitely an industry that's getting harder to get involved with and be successful with because it's very saturated and a lot of people want to do it, harder to stand out. I feel like there's different ways that you get successful in this world. Number one, I hate to say it, but the way you look. Doesn't mean you have to fit into societal standards. Brands and influencers and stuff, they want to learn more about everything. I love that. I'm all about inclusivity. But I feel like, yeah, some people just have like a certain look that can like sell certain things, or like are good to promote certain stuff, or they have a certain look that gets them far, you know, visually pleasing. Another way is character and personality. So the way you express yourself online. Obviously that can really draw, oh shit, look at that. Hello? Go away! I'm filming a video! Here, Jake. I am giving some very important information, yeah. That is why I say all the time, you just need to do your thing. Don't follow anybody else's path. Take inspiration. Don't try to like fit in or be like somebody else, because the fact that you are your own individual person is your ticket in. Use that to your advantage. That's what I always say. There's room on the market if you make there room on the market. I always think as well, when you do this job, like, you need to be consistent, have motivation. That's why I say you need to have a passion in something. I think in the beginning have a niche, and then as you then gain a following, I think you can explore different realms. I feel like the niche gives you a kickstart, and then when you turn up a notch and start exploring other avenues, that allows you to grow. Have fun. Don't take it all too seriously. Make friends, you know, to people that are doing a similar thing as you. Number one, for support, and number two, you know, help each other. Too many people in this world think that YouTube and social media is a competition. Baby, you're in your lane, I'm in mine. Don't be too hard on yourself though if you're not growing as quickly as somebody else that's doing a similar thing to you. Doesn't mean that their stuff is better than yours, they're just getting noticed more. And that's okay. If you continue and you push hard enough, you'll have your turn. I think as well, when you're not hunting for it and looking for it, it has a way of coming back to you. I think if you have all the right intentions, someone up there will know that and help you. One little tip as well that I forgot to add is broaden your horizons and try to get on as many apps as you feel comfortable with getting on. When I say apps, I mean platforms. So YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, like get on as many as you can. Some apps are more for creators than others. I feel like, for example, TikTok are very for creators, and it's definitely a good way to grow. Of course, the more you're on, the more likely you are to get spotted. When someone finds you on one platform, they tend to kind of then branch out to all the rest because they want to see more of you. Every day is different, so stay positive. Like I wake up, like I'll go to sleep tonight and I could wake up tomorrow with one of the best deals of my life. But the energy that you put out is the energy that you get back. So remember that. I'm going to do eyes real quick, you guys. I'm going to take this Colourpop Stone Cold Fox palette. I just want like these dark browns down here. How do brand deals and sponsorships work? Like the negotiation process, etc. Do you actually like all the products you promote, or do you sometimes not have a choice? That is always something that people think. Right, so brands and negotiations. I know negotiations are awkward. If you're getting into the influencer world, talking about money, or just in general, like I always say this, but you wouldn't go up to someone and be like, how much do you earn? Like in the street, would you? Do you know what I mean? Like to talking to somebody and trying to come up with some sort of figure that you don't really have like a sketch about. You know what I mean? You almost feel like you're plucking it from the air and don't know how the brand's going to react or what they're going to think. My manager almost has like a, not literally, but kind of like a pack for me almost. What I charge for like an Instagram post, a TikTok, a YouTube video, because they're all very, very different. Now, of course, that's a general structure. If there is a brand I absolutely love and say they're offering me way less money, but I love the brand and I want to do it, then I do it. Do not get me wrong though, the temptation when there is a big figure coming your way is very, very much there. Okay. So many people say, oh my God, no, I wouldn't just do something for the money. Some people would. And if there is a big enough figure coming your way, I'm sure there will be a little notch in the I'ma do it sector. One thing though, and I'm not even just saying this to look good and appear a certain way. If a product is shit, but the money is good, which by the way, I never take anything unless I've tried it. I always have products sent to me before I even say yes, but regardless, I do not have it in me. Do you know how guilty I would feel to sit here and pretend to like a product, having money going in my pocket, but then knowing that there will be people out there that are influenced by me and that buy that product and they spend their own coin on it? Because bearing in mind, I don't spend money on it. I get it sent to promote. And also, why would I do that to like myself? Like I have a bit more dignity than that. Like why would I put myself under that, potentially like losing my trust with someone, as in just like as a human being? I wouldn't do that to my friends, so why would I do that to you? That is your hard-earned coin. You don't need me to sit here and say that something's good and then you get it and it's crap. Like no, I don't use my space for that. There is plenty more jobs that will come about that I can take that will fill that gap. Say if it was really good money and I've lost that, there will be a job that will fill that. So no, I don't promote something for the sake of promoting it. I can't speak for all influencers. I know a lot of people are the same, especially in this sort of industry. It's not worth it. That's another thing. Never become a sellout. If you want to be an influencer, trust me, it ain't worth it. Anyway, what was I saying about, what was it? Oh yeah, the negotiation process for brands. So that rough guide will help give brands and stuff a rough idea. One thing, don't let brands take the piss out of you. Mental the amount of brands, especially when you're smaller, that will approach you, not want to pay you, and you actually have to buy the product yourself, which is mental. Sorry. From a business perspective, that is crazy. And I know it's easy sometimes, like in the beginning when I used to get little brands through and I'd almost want to do them just because the fact that someone was interested in me literally made my day. Might be the worst deal ever, but I would just be down to do it because just the interest was enough for me. Tables have turned a little bit now because it is my career at the end of the day. I love it, but it's my career, right? Question you might be wondering though is how did we get those figures? Speak to other people that don't, make friends that don't mind talking about it, or have a conversation with a brand, gauge what they're feeling, what they're thinking. Especially in the beginning, it's not worth being money orientated at all. I think engage in relationships, that's how you're going to grow. Like I said, don't let them take the piss, but also don't be money hungry. If all goes ahead, you then get sent a brief which has like the time frame on it, the details of what you're actually doing, the product you're talking about. Don't be fooled though, like they don't have a script on there. So many people think we've got like a script when it comes to sponsorships. It's not how it works. There will be talking points and things that obviously the brand want you to address. Never had anything from a brand that's given me like a paragraph of what to say. Number one, because it's false. And number two, why would the brand want it to come across false? Like, you want it to be as genuine as possible. They want people to buy the product as much as like you do. So they're not gonna make it obvious. That video gets filmed and then you send it across for approvals. I send it over literally like a day before it uploads. I'm really bad. I shouldn't, but it happens. Brands are kind of used to it now, to be fair. I kind of work with similar brands. They're all kind of like used to it by now. Sorry. If you want to do this whole like social media thing though, like don't take a leaf out of my book in that respect. When it comes to the business side of it, be as professional as you possibly can be and on time, shows that you're interested, that your work ethic is good. They then of course give you feedback. Sometimes it's great and they're like, yep, absolutely. Sometimes they want you to add the odd thing, I don't know, something on screen. I've had to refilm before. I think only like once or twice. Oh damn, I got mascara on my eye. I need to put this mascara down, to be honest. It's great. It's my favourite drugstore mascara. Like all over my eyelids. That is tragic. Lips now, guys. I'm going to take my Kash Beauty lip liner, which you can tell is well loved. Look how tiny it is. This is in the colour Rust Nude. This is one of my absolute favourite lip liners. The colour is literally perfect. What are the working hours? I mean, they don't really exist, to be fair. Doing this whole social media thing, the beauty of it is that you are your own boss. You can have a pattern, you can have a structure, for sure. But baby, I'm a little bit all over the place. If I put my mind to it, I could work 9 till 5. However, if I really, really think about it, from the moment I wake up to the moment I go to sleep, I'm technically in work mode, whether I feel like it or not. So obviously actual work, actual like contracts and stuff, it takes hours to do, they do, but that's like its own separate thing. But then at night when I'm scrolling through my phone, I'm constantly aware of stuff and I'm putting together ideas in my head of my next YouTube video, or I'm talking to you guys and getting opinions about like what I should do next, or I don't know, like, you know what I mean? Like I don't shut off, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Even if I had a day off, right, I beat myself up. I beat myself up because I'm like, Jordan, you could be taking an Instagram picture right now, or you could be making a TikTok, or you could be making a YouTube video. There's no cut-off point. And it's a little bit unhealthy in that respect, especially if you view it from that way. Everybody needs time off from everything. No matter how much you enjoy it, everybody needs a break. The working hours can be whatever you want them to be, but it's very hard to have them be what you want them to be. Let me tell you. What are the girls in the industry actually like? The ones you've met or spoke to? To be fair, I've not had... I'm putting on this lip gloss, by the way. It's by Beauty Bay. It's the, I don't know, their lip gloss. This is in the colour Ballet. It's beautiful. I feel like it's a really hard question to answer because majority of people I think are great. There's this huge stigma around influencers. I keep saying the word influencers and it's really cringing me out. There's this huge stigma that everybody is fake, or a lot of us aren't what we appear to be on camera. That doesn't go for everybody, guys. Do not get me wrong. There's a lot that we keep off camera that I think people get confused then with fake because we don't choose to share it, which I don't think is a bad thing. Everybody's entitled to a private life. People could see that as like fake, right? It's not that we're doing anything wrong, but it's just, we just choose not to share that part of us. I have had experiences with a couple people that I do not vibe with at all, and you do see people's true colours, but I don't take it personally, like, because it's through social media and because it's through my job, because no matter what industry you're in or what you do, you get dickheads. Do you know what I mean? Like, how pretty that gloss is. Oh, I am obsessed. Sorry, got distracted. Everybody is so different, man. It's hard to answer that question, to be fair, because I can only talk from experiences that I've personally had. Yes, I've heard things from other people about other influencers and that, but I haven't experienced it personally, so I don't use that as my opinion on somebody. Plus as well, it's an industry that's like predominantly female dominated. Do you know how like bitchy girls are? Like, of course there's gonna be some ag, but I don't think it's anything like really abnormal. I don't know. Making friends in the industry though, that's a whole nother scenario. It's really hard to trust people. To be fair, I actually find making friends in real life harder than friends that do the same thing as I do. I feel like maybe there's a page we relate to more because we do the same job. Definitely makes it hard to trust people though, regardless. It is very hard to make influencer friends and know, and friends in real life, and knowing who's there to like vibe with you or who's there just because like for the clout. There'll be people who aren't my cup of tea, and I'm sure there are a lot of people that don't think I'm their cup of tea. Do you know what I mean? Everybody makes their tea differently, so, and that's okay. I do actually have the setting spray. I'm gassed to try this, right? This is the new one from Benefit. It's the Professional Super Setter long-lasting makeup setting spray. Helps lock on makeup, softens the look of pores, feels weightless. I think it's a microfine mist as well, which is like my favourite. Oh god, that is fine. Can you see that? I can like barely feel it. Oh, it smells really... I don't taste good though. It smells just like the Professional primer. It's got that same scent to it. Oh, it feels lush. Lock this in. Just go sit on the sofa for a couple hours and then take it off. Do you ever wish you could go back to your old life? Oh my god, reminds me of like Baby Jaws. Baby Jaws makes me sad, by the way. There was another question, sorry I'm getting sidetracked, but there was another question that said, I've been here from day one and you've changed a lot. Does the popularity influence you? Babe, I would be scared if I was the same that I was when I was 17. I'm now 22. If I hadn't grown and come out of my shell and changed in some respect, I would actually be worried for myself. I think it's healthy to grow. Healthy to be a different person, do you know what I mean? I think that's what living your life is all about. But do I sometimes want my old life back? No. It's gonna sound deep, but like, my headspace back then, I don't talk about it because it'll make me cry, but doing this has honestly helped me so much. And I've said it before, but YouTube and doing this whole social media thing genuinely saved my life. So no. I'd be lying if I said I didn't miss certain aspects, like feeling like I can have privacy and that's okay. You always get made to feel bad for not sharing everything, which is crazy, and it's mental. With doing social media, if you don't show enough, you almost feel like you're shit at your job, but if you show too much, you feel too exposed. Oversharing is definitely a thing, and that just makes me uncomfortable. Like I kind of like a good middle. One of my biggest things, for example, is me and Jake, like I do actually keep a lot of it off camera, and some people think they probably know our relationship, but when you really think about it, I probably put like 0.00004% on the internet. I miss the more chiller side to it, but then at the same time I wouldn't change it for the world. I think it's okay to miss things, but it's okay for them to be different now, you know? What does a normal day look like to you? To me, this is where the whole like glamorous situation comes in, because it probably looks like we wake up, we get glammed, and we're good to go. A real day to me, so I wake up, okay, take my dog for a walk, I come back, I'm gonna get ready. Maybe I'll make some content while I do that, do some TikToks, whatever. Then maybe I've got to film a YouTube video, right? This is an average day. I don't film a YouTube video every single day, clearly. My upload schedule's a little bit crazy. I'll get ready and I'll do all of that content to then take it pretty much straight off after as well. That's another thing. I do not look like this all the time. In fact, the majority of the time I look the opposite of this. The way I did in the beginning, that's me majority of the time. In fact, worse. I'm by myself as well when I do that, to be fair. Some days are the opposite though, it's very stressed. Like some days I have so much to do and I just have no time to do it. Any work that you need to do, take it all off and that's like, you done. I'm here for it, like it's absolutely fine, but it's not all like fun and games and the best moments. Hopefully this video has given you a bit more of an insight. I guess I kind of aimed it a lot more towards people that are interested in this career path, but also just people who want to know like a bit more behind the scenes. Honestly, I wouldn't change this job for the world. I love it. So many perks to it, the opportunities that you can get, the people that you can meet, the brands that you get to work with, the things I get to try, the things I get to do, the creativity that it brings out, the bit like business savvy side it brings out of me. I love it all, I do. But with anything, there's good and there's bad. And I wanted this video to really get into the nitty-gritty of what it's really like. I wanted to be able to just show it from a different perspective than it's probably seen from online, even though this is online, but you know what I mean. Thank you for taking the time to watch this, and I don't say it enough, I feel like, but thank you guys for the support. You're sick, you're fucking sick. I love you all, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you all soon.